Hello. So part two of what's I gone to that? Part two of the new arcane gems. So I'm just gonna be looking at like which hero I want to put them on. Obviously, in my opinion, this is the best arcane gem you can have. But we will go through all of them. So I'm only gonna be looking at the max because there's no point in looking at them when they're not maxed. Each time the owner gains an attribute buff, restore self HP by 20% of the max HP. This effect can be triggered up to 2 times during each of the owner's turns. When the owner takes direct damage, gain defense up. Dot damage, gain master res up. I think this should be in tenacity, personally. Each time this effect is triggered, also increases your owner's meter by 6%. So these can be triggered every turn he takes. So it basically goes once. So basically, he gets it, and then if he takes another turn, he can get it again. So he basically should have these permanently up against whatever team they're on. If the owner is a defense class, grant all allies 1 layer of sacred protection at the beginning of each wave. When taking fatal damage, the owner consumes 1 layer of sacred protection and is immune to this death. Meanwhile, against immortal, and the owner's turn meter cannot be reduced, lasting for 1 turn up to 1 layer. So this is really strong because it's not limited, unlike Reina, where it is. This is not. So this is a really good, and it's a passive. So that's a really good. You could put this onto Wukong because he has this. This would be really strong on Wukong. But you're probably looking to put this onto probably Nordak. Nordak would be really strong with this. There's basically anyone who's defensive. Okay, let's see this active skill. So 5 turns. So all allies HP with 20% of the owner's max health. Grant all layers 3 layers of block removal. That's pretty strong. Increase all allies turn meter by 12% if the owner has the highest speed among all allies. Additionally, increase all allies turn meter by. So this is turn meter boost at the start of 30% turn meter boost. Cooldown -1, so it's only a full turn. Beginning of each wave, the owner has the highest speed among all allies. Grant all allies. Okay, this is really nice. This is someone like a Beatrix would be really strong with this. Something like that. The 2 surge of damage considered as poison by 160% of the owner's attack each 2 enemies. Grant all allies poison up for 2 turns first before dealing damage. This will be a 4 turn cooldown with this. 70% chance to inflict speed down on enemies whose speed is not lower than that of the owner for 2 turns. Second stage, 45%. See, you would think you would put this on Gazelle, but Gazelle would not benefit from this because Gazelle already does. She always uses special each turn. You want to put this on someone like Villa maybe, but then Villa's about basic, so maybe Imrakad, Pane, Nita, Freud. This may be really good on Freud actually. Maybe Freud. Okay, active can be 4 turns. Grant all allies immortal shield by 60% of the owner's max health up to 1 layer. Cannot be stolen or removed. Grant all allies damage immunity for 1 turn. With each wave, grant all allies immortal shield by 6% of owner's max health for up to 1 layer. Pretty basic. This one's really good for burn, but I'm not sure what hero you. I think you would put this on probably either Chelsea or Sotra. Give the owner's turn, grant all allies 1 layer of Spirit Flame. Will be converted to Ancestral Inferno. Increase burn damage dealt by 2.6% up to 20 layers, so that will be 52% burn damage. After burn damage or inflicting burn. When there are multiple Spirit Flame Ancestral Inferno, only the strongest one will take effect. Each layer of Ancestral Inferno also increases skill damage by 1.5%, so with 30% skill damage increase. So it's leaning more towards Sotra. Going with the owner's turn, reclaims the newly converted Ancestral Inferno and copies them to other allies. The effect will not be triggered when the layers of Ancestral Inferno reaches the upper limit. So this is really good. So basically, on a full burn team, you should get this in 4 turns, 4 complete turns from each player. Which is going to be really strong. So deals 2 damage stage by 360% of the owner's attack to all enemies. The lower the target's HP, the higher the damage. There are fewer than 5 enemies in the battlefield for every 1 absent. And increases skills damage dealt by 30%. That's pretty good. So that could be 120% skill damage bonus onto this, which is going to be huge against bosses. Each time after skill is cast or an enemy target dies, you only gain 1 layer of bloodshed, increasing self-direct damage dealt by 14% up to 3. It's really annoying that pretty much everything in this is kitted towards direct damage, like in all of the arcane gems. So this is going to be 52%, no, 42% total, which is pretty good. Each stage deals extra damage for 5% of the target's max health to enemies whose current HP is higher than that of the owner. The extra damage ignores defense and caps. So this is really strong as well. Okay, so Heartrending, Blood Amber. This is for bleed. I really want this one. Each time an ally proactively launches basic attacks or casts skills that deal damage, it only gains 1 layer of Raging Blood, up to 18 layers, increasing effect hit by 30% after being set to 6 layers, increasing bleed damage by 21% after being set to 12 layers, increasing mastery by 24% after being stacked to 18 layers, and then each layer of Raging Blood increases owner's attack as well. However, so and then when you get to this one here, you have at the beginning of the owner's turn, if the layers of Raging Blood owned by the self have reached the upper limit, cleanse 1 layer of debuff from self, and then it reduces the stats. So this goes from being 6 to 4, 12 to 8, 18 to 12. So each one's reducing by, it goes by 2, 4, and 6. But you can still stack up to 18 layers. So you can still get the maximum attack, but you get these bonuses a little bit earlier. Each time Raging Blood is enhanced, increase the owner's turn meter by 40%. So each time you go from this to this, or it was 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, you will gain 40% turn meter. This is shouting out Lance. Lance, more. Basically, anyone who is anyone who is bleed will love that one. Okay, when an ally's HP is below, so this is a passive skill but has a cooldown. Below 6%, grant them a shield by 6% of the owner's HP for 2 turns. Cooldown 2 turns. Additionally, restore the ally's HP by 20% max health. When the shield granted by the skill is broken, grant the ally shield once again. This effect can only be triggered again after 2 turns. Each time the skill is triggered, grant the ally damage immunity, and the ally's turn meter cannot be reduced, lasting 1 turn. So again, we're seeing that cannot be reduced turn meter. And the last one is kind of a generic one you can put onto everyone. Any damage dealer. So deal damage by 260% of the owner's attack to all enemies with 80% chance to inflict attack down. When attack down is inflicted successfully, there is an 8% chance to inflict entwined. When attack down is inflicted successfully, remove 3 layers of buff from all enemies. There is a 100% chance to inflict block debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. I won't go over these ones, but all you need to know is they're all active apart from this one, which is passive. And this one is at the end of each turn, grant the owner a shield by 8% of max health for 2 turns. When the owner's HP is reduced 6%, grant a shield by 30%. The effect can only be triggered again after 3 turns. At the beginning of each wave, grant defense up to allies. At the beginning of each turn, if the owner has no more than 1 layer of shield, grant self shield by 10%. Reduce the direct damage taken by all allies by 6%. The owner survives. Only the strongest skill will take effect. So it's not bad, but it's alright. And then we have these, and then there's only 3 epics. So again, they're leaning more into legends. Okay. So let's see what my guild is selling about it. So in my opinion then on how they are in general, I would say passives are the way to go. Actives, So what I feel like these gems are aimed for, they're not aimed for the meta characters, not aimed for like the limiteds. They're aimed for the characters either below limiteds, or they're aimed for like make mythics up again. Because a lot of them will enhance mythic characters, and it will make them actually really viable. But like if we look at these, like 3-turn cooldowns, so she will never use her basic proactively if she had a thing, because it'd be 3-turn, that other thing. Well, then that'll be done. That'll be done. Obviously, she'll use basic once, maybe. In 8 turns, she'll do basic once, do this 3 times, this 3 times, and the other one twice. Or in 9 turns, that would be. So there's a lot of pros, there are a lot of cons. They are mainly aimed at one generic people, that being the higher end players. But I believe it really depends on how Spara Fate is done. If this is done correctly, so here we also get a choice. So we get a choice of the poison one, we get a choice of the bleed one, which no, the non. Oh wait, what was this? This is the direct damage boss killer one, basically. The shield one, which I don't think anyone should ever take, and then this one, which is kind of like useful for all. But I'll probably be going either for this, probably for the Crimson Glint. We get a lot. So this is after completing 13 quests. So again, this all unlocks tomorrow. So it unlocks in 8 hours. All the information is there. So each session lasts 4 weeks and has 2 phases: battle phase and display phase. The former phase lasts for 3 weeks, and the latter lasts for 1. So battle phase 3, display is 1. Battle settled within the last 10 minutes before every day, and no battle can be fought during this time. The battle lasts until the next day. It will be considered invalid. The system will provide the adventurers with some heroes to fight battles every week. Need more heroes, they can obtain them from Hero Wish within the future. Adventures contain heroes or cultivation items through Wish within the future every day. Everything obtained from the Wish within the future can only be used in the future and will disappear after the cooldown ends. Everything obtained from Wish within the future cannot be upgraded, disassembled, etc. The monsters and rules vary among the battle phase every week. First week, damage track. Second week, race track. Third week, survival. Battle track is updated every Friday, and the challenge attempts are limited every day. Track points are granted based on the battle performance, and adventurers are ranked based on their track points. Adventurers can only use what they obtain within the feature to fight battles and cannot enjoy their cultivation bonus outside the feature. So sanctuaries do not take any effect here, so that's really good. That's really good. So when we get total weekly, so we can get all this weekly. Let's see what's in this. So if this is still not added in, the manta ray, the fox, obviously the unicorn, I don't expect them to, but the manta ray and fox, I would have expected that already. Looking at the weeklies, the dailies, you get whatever these are. Don't know the name, don't know what they're used for. They're probably merits or some kind. Then we get red versions with the normal summons and then some supremes. And then the monthly is where it's at. 20 of the premium one, some echoes, and then the character shards. I like how they've done the character shards. So the character shards are done based on, you get 1 shard of each of any character. So they can interact really well with the they can act really well with the ones from Demon Conquest. Also, we have some new additions. So we have Panay, Boba Ann, Elise, Popper, Nassau, and Buffini. So out of all these, the only ones I really need from here are Popper, 2 Popper, 1 Buffini, 3 Indra, 1 Diane, 4 Frank, 2 Maviella, and that is it. Oh, and 2 Jenny, but I probably won't go for Jenny, could be with Jocelyn now. Cost wise, so 500 and 600 respectively, pretty expensive considering Miracle's only 150. So again, we had to see the power creep off them. I'm not sure if you can see if someone's character has them equipped. Let's see if we can see maybe like Can't see them equipped. What if I go? Okay, that's the thing I also want to see. Have I equipped any yet? Okay, so Marie has hers on, but that's a passive. I want to see how it interacts. So we go here. So if I'm looking at Marie, does it? Okay, it does show. Okay, that is very interesting. Now it does show this. So they only enter surge attack 1 turn. Honestly, I would have that as thing. I would prefer this to go before we can't. But it's interesting it does show. Oh, Absara has one as well. That's alright, we'll give that number 3. We won't be using that at all really, but we're using this a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how they interact. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.